Hi everyone, Nikki at Horseplay here. So today's training is going to be about promoting a positive affect state in horses. This has come from a question that came up from one of our members, and it's really, really crucial to the way we work up here. In fact, the whole approach of understanding a horse's motivation, communication, and perception is all in order to achieve a positive affect state in horses. So, what is it that I'm talking about? Positive affect, or PA as it's known, is a pleasurable experience that can be described as a set of emotions that reflect a person's or an animal's engagement with their environment. However, it can also be defined as the extent to which someone experiences positive moods such as joy, interest, alertness. And it's characterized by high levels of energy, concentration, enthusiasm, and alertness. What is the opposite to joy, interest, alertness? Well, it's depression, uninterested or shut down, and unmotivated. And often these are the things that people come to me with. My horse is not engaging. He's not motivated. He's not walking fast enough. He's not engaging what I'm asking him to do. So low energy levels rather than high energy levels, poor concentration, no enthusiasm. All these things come from a negative affective state. So if we just change that one thing, we put them in a place where they can suddenly enjoy life, they're not shut down anymore, they're feeling much more able to interact with their environment around them and much more able to learn. But it goes even deeper when we look at the physiology. So in order for us to reach those higher cognitions, higher thoughts, thinking, reasoning, working things out, we need to use the wiggly bits on the outside of the brain. These are the gyri, as you can see on this horse's brain here. Now, the number of gyri are directly related to the level of cognition, so the depth of thought the owner can have, and it also has a direct correlation to the social nature of the horse. So, if we are not feeling safe, if there's something that's frightening us, if we're feeling under pressure, if we're feeling stressed, then in order for us to survive, what our brain does is it shuts down the thinking bit and it passes all actions through the limbic system, which is the bit in the middle, the fight and flight bit. Now, if all our reactions are happening through the limbic system, we can no longer think and reason. So all those behaviours that we're trying to train, we're trying to decrease aggression, we're trying to help with separation anxiety, we're trying to trick train or ridden training, whatever it might be, you're never going to get the best results if your horse is just reacting rather than responding, thinking, coming up with rational thought. And that's why it's really important to make sure we've got an effective state for our horse, a positive effective state, so that they can think and reason and rationalise rather than just react to everything that's going on. And this really is the centre of what we teach and how we work up here. So if someone comes to me and asks for a behavioural consultation and say the horse has separation anxiety, or is throwing them off a lot when they're riding, or is very aggressive, obviously we're going to check for pain first. We have to have the vet clearance before we do anything else. Pain is always, always, always your first consideration. But if they're all cleared and there is no pain and there's no memory of pain, well, then the next thing we're going to do is to create a positive effective state for that horse so that their whole life, their whole outlook is a positive one. And it's not just about that behaviour. We're not going to just train through that behaviour. We're going to change their whole outlook. It's a holistic approach. So how do we create this? Well, the training is a part of this, okay, but it's the very last part of it. And how we train our horses is incredibly important. If we put them in negative situations, use aversives, use pressures, put them into situations where they feel trapped, then that's not going to lead to a positive effective state. If we train with positive reinforcement, whether that's using food rewards or scratches or play or allowing a behaviour that they want to do, introducing a behaviour that they want to do, then that is definitely going to have a big impact on their positive effective state. However, it's the last piece of the puzzle. There are many, many steps to get to that point where they can think and reason. So if, like the little guys are doing here, when something challenges them, they can then think it through. They don't have to panic and go galloping off up the hill or get themselves all tangled in a knot in these tree branches. They can work it out. And if they can't work it out, I can go and help them. And they've got the trust in me and they can reason to overcome the obstacles or overcome the separation or overcome the thing that's making them worry, because they can think about it and not just react to it. Now, it goes way, way deeper than training on its own. And one of the key components is allowing your horse agency, choice, control, and challenge across the board, not just in their living, but across the board throughout their lives. If we have control, choice, challenge, then we feel much better and it leads to a much higher positive effect. But achieving agency, it means that we have to put a lot of steps into place. We have to make sure their needs are met across the board. We have to make sure that their bids for connection are recognised and met across the board. We have to make sure that we understand their motivation, their perception, their communication. These are the key components to having happy, healthy, responsive, interested, alert horses. Now, if this is an approach that resonates with you, if you feel like you would like to learn more about how to create positive emotional state, positive affective state in your horse, then the Horseplay at Home online course may well be what you're looking for. It dives deeply into these concepts of motivation, perception, and communication, giving you everything you need to, first of all, assess where your horse is at with their reactivity and how they're feeling about life, and then put the solutions into place to support them, so that by the end of the course, you know your horse has a greatly improved positive, effective state than they did at the beginning, and they're ready to learn the next steps, or you're ready to go on and do some more training. But it also means that you've resolved many of the issues that came up before, and you'll no longer need extra people to come in and give you this version or that version and maybe tell you to do things that you're not completely comfortable with, because you will have learnt those skills and understood that horse, as an actual living being, and you can put all that knowledge into practice forevermore. All the way with any other horse, it'll all work the same. It'll be the same approach to take to create this beautiful response. You'll find that your relationship will develop massively. You'll find that you don't need your ropes and your head collars anymore, because your horse just wants to come with you and be with you. And when they don't, you can recognize why. Why don't you want to come with me right now? And you can adjust our behavior to suit them. It really does give you that level of empowerment that you may well be looking for. So if this is something that you would like to find out more about, I'll pop a little link in this post. Get on a call with me and we can have a little chat through what it is that you're looking for, and I'll run you through exactly what the course entails.